Okay. Oh, you can't see my feet. Hold on. So this is for driving through the whatever it's called, Into Lovely Night and then Lovely Night. I don't know what that song is. Never heard about it until now. So the beginning part, before we're technically into the Lovely Night part. You guys walk in from the ball, you have a little conversation, and Cinderella starts singing the first chunk. What you're gonna do, Cinderella, is as you start singing, you're gonna be like, ooh, let's do this, let's imagine this. And whatever set pieces there are, I want you guys to, Cinderella leading it, you have to, get them to do it. But you guys are gonna make a carriage. Essentially, you're gonna make a car. Meaning, I think it should be on an angle because I think everything should be. But, like, 2 places to sit and right behind 2 places to sit. So it'll look like you guys are in a car, essentially. You're in a carriage. Stepsisters in the back. And you might have to, like, sit on your feet or something so you're taller than stepmom and Cinderella in the front. So you guys are sitting in the carriage, and during this whole verse, act out like you see it, right? And he's, and everyone goes on that mental journey of being in the carriage. And then on that, it looks that way, the way you say. As you, stepsisters and mom, say those parts, I want you to get out of the carriage. You're like, wait, what is this? It looks that way, and so you're coming, imagine the carriage is center right, so you guys are coming more center and then center left. And you're kind of spreading out. Like, it looks that way, the way you say. And then kind of the 3 of you were like, what's going on? And like, you talk like you knew it. Okay, sorry. So that's that little part. And then Cinderella starts singing again. So what I want you to do is you're like, Cinderella, you're like, no, that's not it. You're just, you're like imagining. And maybe there's some menial task you can go right back to at the beginning of this little verse. Whether it's, sorry. Whether it's like dusting or bringing tea over. Something simple. So the beginning of this verse, you can go, bring it as you're saying it. And then, so as you're doing that, let's say that mom and stepsisters, everyone finds kind of a place to like park it a little bit. Whether you to move those, move parts of the, whatever was the carriage back to where it was. Maybe you make Cinderella do it. But all this is happening during that verse. And then Cinderella, I want you to, the end of this verse, really sing it like to your stepsisters. Like, now you're like sharing with your girlfriends. They think it's just in your mind. So you're sharing with them, and then you can even have a feel like you're reliving it kind of moment. Then there's that little quartet part where you all sing. Oh, no. So then there's those talking parts before that. So stepsister has a line. So when you have that line, something about feels like you're dancing in the air, I want you to like, you can actually play with Cinderella as you do whatever that looks like. I think that's like a spin. And then the other stepsister. So now you guys are both standing up. Let's say at some point stepmom stands up too. I don't know if you speak during that. So everyone's up for the quartet. So we have, let's have essentially a triangle of stepsister, stepmom, stepsister over here. And then kind of upstage to the right, we have Cinderella. So during this quartet part, we're kind of focusing on these 3. As you guys are like, I want you to fully imagine all of this. And if it talks about like swooning, I want you all to swoon, but you don't have to do the same thing at the same time. I don't want it to be like that for this. And slowly during this quartet part, I want you to be moving down stage, Cinderella. So you're like becoming part of it by the end of it. Which will then go straight into A Lovely Night, right? So it's kind of like for you, well, let me drink some water. For you, this whole part is what propels you into a lovely night. So I don't want you to fully get there, Cinderella, until you sing a lovely night. And what I want you to do is I want you to spin, enter a lovely night, and stop yourself. And it's kind of going to invade this little triangle. So you three are going to have to kind of like back up and move away to be watching her. So it should be a lovely night. It goes back way. A lovely night. I don't know the words. A finer night you know you never see. And so I think it's then you meet a prince. So I want you to go, you meet a prince. And you're going to do a little curtsy, even if those aren't the words, it's okay. I'm your prince. And then, whatever it is, I want you to start waltzing by yourself. Okay? So this is just Cinderella at first, waltzing by herself. Then I think, and you keep waltzing until I want you to stop. All your life you'll think of this, the kiss part. Don't actually like touch your lips, that's, you know, silly. But I want you to like stop at that moment and remember it. Lovely, lovely night. Then when the sisters start singing, sorry, back it up. So Cinderella starts by herself. She curtsies, she waits, she starts waltzing, okay? Then I want one of the stepsisters grab her, start dancing with her, then dance with the other one. You can even spin stepmom once if you have time, and stop. For all your life you'll think of this lovely, lovely night. Then the sisters start singing. And sisters, I want you to start dancing first by yourselves. So sister, sister, mom will start dancing by themselves. Cinderella, you're also dancing by yourselves. So think of like a little bit here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stepsisters, as you're singing, I want you to come together. I want you to start tangoing. So the difference with a tango would just be instead of here, be long stretched arms and be like, ha 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 ha. Yeah? Maybe stepsisters, you spin in, you dip, you come up. Mom, you're by yourself. Cinderella, you're by yourself. There can be a moment where Cinderella and Mom, you come close to each other, and like Cinderella's like, oh, you want to dance? Essentially. And Mom, you're like, no, I'll be by myself. That goes into, that little section goes into like a little dance break part. On the little dance break part, Cinderella, you just get to go off kind of stage right, like daydream. And, you know, maybe like something that you do with the prince, you could then do there by yourself. Mom, you're going to come center. So I and Mom holding hand of each sister. We're going to step in and out, and in and out. One stepsister is going to go here, as the other one goes here. So like, you're going to actually go around and come out the opposite side. Like your full body. So if I was here, I'd be going here, around stepmom, back to where I came from. If I was here, I'd go around stepmom, back to where I came from. Okay? And then I think it keeps going. I saw a version with the mice in it. I didn't do that, so if you guys want the mice in it, you can tell me later. So that timing-wise should go right back into a lovely night. And I want you guys to go back to essentially exactly what you did. Taking turns, who's dancing with who. So let's bring Cinderella back into it. So we'll have stepmom dancing with one daughter, Cinderella dancing with the other one. So that'd be a little waltzing here, 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 and then let's go to hand. So this is one person, other person, so your hands are touching like this. And you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One of the partners spins, dips. So once again, this section, which is a lovely night, right? Should go normal waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, hand, hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Spin your partner and dip them. And of course, take up a lot of space. I just have little space, but we want to take up the whole stage. We want this to be very epic. And then what we can do for the ending. So I think it comes to the kiss part again. So everyone will kind of stop during that kiss part, and the idea is sort of spread out. And then I want to end lovely, lovely, however those little lovely night ends go. Stepmom will spin, come center. On the next one of the daughters will spin in here. On the next one, the other daughter, but she'll kind of, you know, stepsisters, you guys should never be graceful, so you'll kind of like knock it all off. And then if there's a fourth one, I think there are only 3. So I think that can make like everyone kind of like, the 3 of you fall to the earth, fall to the ground, you guys end on the floor, and Cinderella ends like, I'm pretty, you know. Things to remember that you can add in when there's dead space is, like you guys just got back from a ball, so be taking off parts of your outfit, and then you can use them when you're like imagining singing to the prince. If you have a scarf, like, ooh, this is the prince. If you're sitting at any point, your feet, you know, play with your feet. You just had a night of dancing. And stepsisters, never be graceful. Always be bumping into each other. Cool, it should be fun.